Still looking good for Itazan, though. You can see where the struggle here is for Seth a little bit. Gets outranged a bit. Uh-oh. But anything can happen with V-Trigger 2 and Seth. Oh, wait, he popped it? I don't know about that. I think he had to, though, because otherwise EX Run would have been punished by Super. Here's my hypothesis, chat. He did EX Run without thinking about the consequences, and then once it was blocked, Seth can punish that on block with Super. That Super is 5 frames. EX Run is like -9. And that forced him to pop V-Trigger because he's like, oh shit, what have I done here? And then once he did that, he's like, oh, wait a minute, now I'm in V-Trigger 2. Now V-Trigger 2 can actually put Itazan in a lose situation. He might lose to V-Trigger 2 now. It might actually do something for the first time this set, for the first time in my life, because I have never seen this V-Trigger do anything besides be V-reversaled or have them drop their setup. Oh my god, it's much more simple than that. It's much more simple than that. It's just a fat jump. That is GG. Thanks for playing. That was a very good set. I feel like both the players were very much adapting to each other, paying attention to their approach, their neutral, the mix-ups with the axe kicks versus the regular jumps. Just like those two players we saw in that amazing set, adapting to each other on the fly and figuring each other out and pushing each other to their limits. I think we should talk about when players don't do that. I think we'll segue that into the topic of the day. What I want to talk about is flowcharting. Ever since we had our discussion about FGC terms, loaded language, you know, what I've realized is a lot of people in the YouTube comments don't know what anybody's talking about. Half the time I'm speaking a foreign language and the YouTube comments are, what the hell is he talking about? Or they don't get the jokes or references. I've just realized, you know, I've been in my gaming bubble for so long that I've forgotten what it was like to be a normal person. So I think it would be cool to talk about flowcharting in fighting games, and Street Fighter especially, what it means, and what you should do to avoid it. Of course, to start off, we gotta start with the classic flowchart that started it all. Now, flowcharting in a fighting game doesn't always literally mean to have a documented flowchart, but we have some to really drive the point home. So a literal flowchart is an actual diagram or a sequence, a chart that you put onto paper, you document it, that describes a tree of decisions that lead to your next actions. So this is a classic Ken flowchart, and this is more based around the Street Fighter 4 era, but you can see here's where the chart begins. Fight. Now you go to your first choice here. This is the state you're in. You're in the and you either do one of two options. You have two options leading from here. So chat, what do we do? Do we do jumping heavy kick or do we do jump backwards? Choose your own adventure here. Here, hold on 1 second. All right, which one do we do, chat? Do we jump heavy kick or do we jump backwards? One or two? All right, 30 seconds in. First move is to jump heavy kick. All right, here we go. Jump and heavy kick. Did I hit him? Now this is where your choices end. The game gives you immediate feedback. Did I hit him? Yes. If so, you got two options here. Are we going to Shoryuken or are we going to sweep? I think we all know the answer to this. I mean, you got to pepper in a sweep here and there, but we all know the real end goal. It's the Shoryuken every time. Shoryuken. Now from this phase, we only have one option. Am I KO'd yet? Yes. This is bullshit. No? Go back to the beginning. All right, the fight's just started. Here, let's go back to the beginning. Now, do we take the road less traveled, or do we stick with the faithful? Do we do the jump backwards this time, or do we do jump heavy kick? Choose your own adventure. You guys are... Looks like you guys know what you want to do, and we're going on the offense. Looks like we have decided to go back to jumping heavy kick. Now we have to decide, did I hit him? And you know what? This time, we'll bring in some RNG. Heads, you hit him. Tails, it's a no-go. Here we go. It's a no-go. You did not hit him. Oh no, that means we got to go up to this bubble, and then we only have one option. After you fail to hit them with your jump forward heavy kick, you need to jump backwards. The only way to go. And then once you jump backwards, you have to Hadouken. It's just the way the world works. Now we have to decide, did the fireball hit? All right, heads, you hit him. Tails is a no. Here we go. It is not your lucky day. The fireballs are not working out. It's a no. So we continue on. What did he do? What did he do? Blocked, jump, knocked me down. What did our opponent do in this situation? Your fireball didn't work out. This one's real close. Our fireball zoning game is not refined. It's not working out too well. We got to know, what did he do? How did our opponent respond? It'll decide our next decision for us. Looks like your opponent knocked you down there. Well, is he close? Heads, he's close. Tails, he's far away. Tails, He's not close. But you know what? Fuck it. Sure, you can anyway. Doesn't matter. Rigged or not, guys, it doesn't matter. No matter which way you slice it, you get the Shoryuken, all right? And you can see how this flowchart works. You can see that for every state that can occur in the game, there's a pre-programmed set of decisions and a very limited decision tree that is not flexible. It's extremely rigid. And no matter which way you go down the chart, you kind of end up going back to Shoryuken at some point. When people have a flowchart play style, you can oftentimes graph in this manner their decision making. People call these kind of play styles flowchart because they're very limited in scope and resort around a revolving door of very predictable options, which in some ways can be exploited and in other ways are very challenging to deal with. It might look a little complex, but at the end of the day, basically it says, I'm going to Shoryuken. If you are able to plot somebody's decision tree in a fighting game like this and oversimplify it to this extent, that's probably a problem for an opponent who figures out how to break your decision making and use that against you. Usually when people have a flowchart play style, people say that because they don't adapt. No matter what situation they're presented with, this is the tree of decisions that they get to. Flowcharts can also be more complex though. Even players who seem really good and are pretty high level can have flowchart playstyles. There's low level flowcharts, which are very simple and easy to beat, and then there's also more complex, hard to react to, hard to deal with flowcharts. When people say they're flowcharting, you know, I sometimes notice my opponents flowcharting as well. It doesn't mean that they're easy to beat necessarily. It just means that they stick within the same limited number of options and go for it. Especially characters with strong offensive tools that can be hard to deal with. If I play a Kami player who always goes for the jump and then mixes up dive kick or jump, that's hard to deal with. It's a flowchart. They do the same options every time, but they might mix up one or two things here and there that make it very hard to deal with. High level players, once they get past a certain point, they might have flowcharts with in terms of their offensive sequences, their set play, where they get a hit, and no matter what, if they get a hit, they go for this mix-up because it boils down the game to a 50-50. Sometimes there's a time and place to flowchart. But if you are struggling to level up and can't seem to get past plateaus, you need to check yourself. Are you flowcharting? Are you really thinking about what your opponent's doing and playing a two-player game? Or are you playing a one-player game where you have your decisions mapped out ahead of time and you're just always doing the same option no matter what? I have a few more examples I dug up. I don't know who made these. I was just doing some Googling. Zangief flowchart. Did he jump? Yes. Towards you. Yes. Lariat. Is he close? Yes. Start doing circling moves with pad stick, mashing the buttons. You grabbed him. Yes. You win. No. Repeat. It always leads to the mashing and circular motion with buttons until you win. Here's Guile flowchart. I haven't even read this one. Sonic Boom. Did I hit him? No. What did he do? Jump. Do I have Super Ultra? No. Flash Kick. Did I hit him? Yes. Is he far away? Yes. Sonic Boom. Repeat. Far away? No. Am I KO'd yet? No. Sweep for your life. There's stereotypical flowchart styles for pretty much every character, so people take liberty of developing the memes to break them down. And here's one I saw. I think this was from Wooly. He posted this when I googled it up. This is for Dragon Ball Fighters, a little bit more artistic. Fight. We going in. Super dash. Did it hit? No. Auto combo. Did it hit? Yes. Auto combo. No matter which way we go, we're doing that auto combo. Did it hit? No. What'd they do? Block. Do it again. What'd they do? Knock me down. You gotta jump back. Beam spam. Do you have 3 bars? No. Going back in super dash. No matter which way you go, you kind of end up going back to the super dash, or you do raw level 3. So a bit more constructed here to show a genuine flowchart for how this game plays at low levels. So you really got to identify, are you falling into these patterns? There's nothing wrong with having some default playstyle, default patterns, but if you're presented with an opponent who challenges your assumption of how the game should be played and breaks down your flowchart, you need to find a way to respond. So you really got to think, are you doing the same options in the same scenarios every single time, and are your opponents exploiting you for that decision making? You got to consider it, because I definitely play DBFZ this way. I might not spam the auto combos on block, but it's kind of my flowchart. Do you mind using skins that look good? Wow. Do you mind not having loaded questions and insulting my signature costume in my own chat? Elmer Fudd G is powerful. Thank you. People don't respect the aura. think I can rush punch punish that on block. Yep. I can't. Is Vega tall? Nope. Not protecting the toes, huh? Man, I suck. That was so bad. Don't kill me. I thought he stood up. Wow, that would have been so punishable. Oh, thank you. He didn't let me fall down, so I keep my levels. Okay. Okay. What? My special cancel. Oh my god. I had to do some dumb shit there to win. I landed the standing fierce and I meant to do fireball and I would have hit confirmed to super, but my fireball didn't come out because I'm bad. Well, I should have won, then I should have lost, and then I won instead. Trade combos. That is a G round, through and through. Oh shit. I should have punished that again. Okay, whatever. Thank you. Fucking G, man. What are you talking about? Pinnacle of footsies. Champion of fairness and honesty. I will not tolerate any slander in this dumpster.